Hi guys, today Shorty and I are going to answer one of our Q&A questions, and we hit off with DarthMuse, who basically goes along the lines of is Trent Cotchin's criticism warranted? He goes on to say about how Boak should be under a bit more heat than maybe perhaps Cotchin himself, and we've got 38 possessions, and talking about Rance and Riewoldt being captain and all that kind of thing. I've summarised it pretty vaguely. I hope that's sort of what you said, mate. But yeah, basically, it's been highlighted in the media a lot lately. Cotchin's been smashed, hammered for his play and maybe lack of leadership by the wider footy world and the experts. How do you see it, mate, being a professional expert yourself?
Well, look, mate, I know we see it pretty similar here. We both voiced our opinions.
Independently
is the word, and had the exact same opinion. So, look, I tend to agree with him here. I mean, he's obviously a Richmond fan and backing Trent up, I suppose, and
so he should.
I guess he's a bit of a whipping boy, Cotchin, isn't he? And he's almost a bit of a pin-up boy for what Richmond represents, hence why he cops a lot of criticism, maybe more than Travis Boak. I mean, the Tigers are forever just not living up to expectation, and
huge moment.
Why do they drop games? That they shouldn't, and things like that. And you know, if you're the captain, you take a certain amount of ownership of that. Do I think Cotchin's the best captain in the league? No. Do I think he's the best captain in the top 5? Probably not. But he's a decent captain, and he's probably more of a lead by example captain. And
yeah, for sure.
All this criticism has come about, of course, with the Collingwood game. I've never seen a man cop more criticism for having 38 touches. I mean, gee whiz, like we were at that game and he was busy. He was everywhere. I mean, look, I don't know why he's copped that much criticism. As Hardwick said, he's won a lot of games, not off his own boot, but you know, he's led the side and all that. You know, he cops it if he has 13 in a final. He cops it if he has 38 and the team loses. I mean, can this man win?
At the moment.
He can't control that Vickery does something absolutely outrageously stupid 30 metres out when he should just go back and kick it. He doesn't control other people. He racked up possessions and clearances. Sure, he made a couple of errors here and there. Yes, he goes for maybe a 1-2 here and there that maybe he shouldn't call for it back, and then he's rushed, etc. Is that a fault of leadership and captaincy, or just part of his game? You know, more so his game. But look, my main thoughts is that when there's that tight a game and he has that much of the pill, there's a lot of guys out there who are not touching it or not influencing the game.
Yeah.
And they don't cop it because they don't actually get the ball to make a mistake. And that's probably worse. Because there's players out there who, if you ask them, if scores are tied, 5 minutes left in a grand final, they don't want the ball. There are players out there who, that's what makes the great ones to just your average Joes.
Yeah.
Some people, you know, they demand the ball.
They want to make a name for themselves.
Others are, you know, they're timid to make a dreadful error. And
there you go.
At least Trent tries to get the ball, tries to will his team over the line. He doesn't always, but 38 touches, probably the wrong game to criticise him, I think. Shorty's arrow.
Easy segment,
Sorry, mate, I probably stepped on a few of your points, mate. I got carried away there. But,
no, you're right, mate. I'll figure out something. So, yeah, probably not the best game to give criticism on. Some of the points of criticism, yes, I agree with. The little dinky kicks, 1-2s, when maybe they could go more direct and longer down the line or to a better situation and maybe not gaining as much ground as he could. Yeah, I don't agree with Trent's game a whole lot there, or he could improve it there, maybe be a bit more damaging, a bit more effective with the ball. I agree with that side of things, but as far as his output and his heart and soul in the club, you can't second guess that or question that. Like, that's just ridiculous. The criticism overall, depends on what it was based on, but largely, no, it's not warranted. If you want a black and white answer, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look, he leads by example, as you sort of touched on, matey. And one big point which you mentioned, and I'm probably one of the biggest points out there, is there are players that, as you said, they don't really get the ball at all, and they don't get talked about because they don't have the ball. But as you said, Trent's more so. He's the captain. The bricks fall down on him if the chips are down. So
yeah.
Look, some of the players, or I should say, some of the commentators have asked who else would you have as captain, and I'm trying to look and think. Oh, no one jumps to mind. Martin's on field gun when he's well, but it's really tough to sort of look for another player. It's like you think of Lids, he's vice captain. I would probably nearly pick him, but he's injured a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be many players putting their hand up or could do a better job than him. Full stop. Like that's my thoughts there. 38's a pretty good effort. I mean, a large proportion of the AFL or players in that position would not even get close to 38. That's just a great effort individually, and a lot of the loss was more or less due to lots of dumb errors towards the end of the game, and that's a team thing, not a Trent thing.
Yeah.
As you said, can't blame him for not using the right options. Vickery not going back to kick the goal when he had to kick it. I mean, you can endorse that and enforce it to players. Do this in this situation, but look, he played his absolute heart out. He probably did better than 95% of his teammates. So yeah, it's very tough criticism.
Yeah, very true, mate. It's well summed up, and yeah, I mean, they highlight a few points in the last 5 minutes that, yeah, sure, that makes for good watching, but there would have been a lot of great points that Trent helped to get goals and clearances in the first 3 quarters that just don't get the same scrutiny simply because of the time of the match.
Yeah, well, he got him probably 17 points up.
Yeah.
Late in the game, and it was just errors late in the game that cost him, but very tough from Trent. And he's been probably not the first time, not the last time we'll get this kind of criticism.
Yeah,
such as the big club and the expectation, mate. So there you go. So I hope that's answered your question, DarthMuse. Hope you liked that one. And yeah, don't forget to share it around, guys. Subscribe as well for more stuff. Don't forget, we'll do a video each week for asking questions. So we'll better get on to that one soon, matey.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about it again. So yeah, feel free to ask questions in the questions video, which we'll do soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for hanging around for this episode, the Q&A, guys. We'll see you all soon.